Great. All right, so I'm just going to get us started quickly, and then we can just let more people in as they come, or if they do. But so thank you everyone for making the time to be on this Zoom tonight. It is our I can't believe it's the end of March and we're about to be in our March break. So thank you, everyone, although it doesn't really feel like the end of March right now outside since it's so cold. We have a lot to get through tonight. And as you know, spring really ramps up and we get really busy. So we want to make sure we get you all the information you need. Then we can have a little break. And when we get back, we will be sort of racing to the finish line, as they say. So I'm just going to first, Dr. Kelly is not able to be here. So Mr. Mercora is going to give an update from her for the superintendent's update. So thank you, Joe.
Oh, my pleasure. And from Dr. Kelly, she just wanted to mention the following, that over the and in advance, pardon my voice, everyone. I sound a lot worse than I am, but we're here tonight. We're looking forward to this meeting. Dr. Kelly's report over the February break, there were 30 new cameras that were installed to the school, security cameras, 24 inside the school and 6 on the exterior of the school. These 30 cameras will allow for 62 new views, 48 new views in the school, and 14 new views outside the school. And she just wants to reiterate that we continue to take our students' safety very seriously, and this will only help us. A reminder that this Thursday is our monthly Board of Education meeting. The board will be asked to adopt the 2024-2025 budget, which honors the tax cap, which is at 2.14%. Although we have 10 retirees as a result of the teacher retirement incentive, it allowed us to get out to the market early, and she could not be more pleased with the depth of the candidate pool as well as the quality of the applicants. Dr. Kelly will also be asking the board to approve Monday, April 1st, the day after Easter, as a give back day because we used less than 4 snow days this year. We only actually used 2. So providing it will be approved, there will be no school on Monday, April 1st.
Thank you so much. That's a, an exciting addition to our break to get 1 extra day. Thank you so much. And I'm actually going to give the update for the foundation for Alana Level. And the foundation just wants everyone to know that the regular spring grant cycle is underway. The board has received an array of applications in the arts, athletics, STEM, health and wellness, and lots of other interesting areas that will benefit all of our students. The board will thoroughly review the applications over the next 2 months and vote for them later this spring. Your donations make all of those grants possible, so please consider making a gift if you haven't done so already. Our goal is to achieve 100% participation from school families. I will, a little bit later, I can put the foundation link in the chat if anyone doesn't have it. But as you have seen throughout the year, the amazing work of all of the grants that have touched the lives of your kids from kindergarten through 12th grade. It's a really amazing organization to support. So thank you for your consideration. And so you can go to the website to make a donation if you haven't already. Thank you. Next, we are going to have our student presentations. We are so lucky tonight to have Anders Wyden, Tobin Ziegler, and Alexandra Sufert here to share with us some different exciting things that the students have been doing in the middle school over the last 2 months since we've heard from the other students. So, Mr. Mercora, do you want to give us a little intro for them?
Absolutely. So it's there's always, thank you so much, Wendy. And it is always my pleasure when we have some of our all-star students come and share this time with us. and we want to welcome everyone to our March meeting. And I love it when I could say it's a student and principal's report. So tonight we will actually be speaking a little bit more about thinking critically with one of our presentations as part of the Bronxville Promise. We are less than a week away from spring, everyone, so hang in there, and we have a lot to celebrate. As we begin our presentation tonight, I would like to personally congratulate our Science Olympiad team led by Gene Windles, who went to Scarsdale in the annual Science Olympiad, and we had so many wonderful students present, and we received a lot of awards, and we're so proud of all of our students for participating. Anyone that's ever been a part of the Science Olympiad, that is a commitment of time and energy and intelligence, and our kids did such a great job representing Bronxville. I want to just start off with our first presentation by bringing two incredible members of our Green Club. I'd like to give a shout out to Jen Zopp and Karen Green, who coordinate this club and moderate this club. And, you know, the middle school, in part in cooperation with the PTA, have been doing a lot of things around the topic of sustainability. As you all know, the PTA hosted a wonderful movie, and they also helped us bring in an incredible organization that actually worked with our students about just being a little more responsible with recycling. Anders and Tobin have been a big part of that and a big part of that leadership. And they actually presented at the movie that particular evening as well, and been a big part of all of the incredible things that the Green Club is doing. So I will ask Anders and Tobin to now unmute themselves and speak a little bit about the Green Club for all of us.
Hi, we're Green Club. We meet every day 3, and we basically talk about how to be sustainable and some things like we can do to help our school be sustainable. There's a couple things we've been talking about recently. Anders, you want to talk a bit about that?
Yeah, so some of the things we've been doing recently is we've been trying to plan out like a sixth grade system to collect film plastic for Nextrex, which is an organization that turns plastic into furniture like benches and chairs and, well, you know what furniture is. Um, we've also been we did the move, which was one of the things we did, and we are also thinking about doing stuff with the possible outdoor classroom that might be coming to the school, like planting flowers and planting plants like tomatoes or just plants like parsley that don't necessarily have a look or might not actually be used for like things with food like parsley or basil.
We have also been thinking about putting more compost bins around the school or eliminating some of the trash cans in our cafeteria because a lot of kids have been skipping the process of sorting their trash out into compost, recycling, or trash. And Miss Zopp and Miss Green were thinking that we could maybe have someone wait near the compost bins to basically just make sure everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. And we've also been talking about putting recycling bins outside because a lot of kids throw their stuff out there, and a lot of kids also eat there when it's warm out. Not right now, but we would think that they throw a lot of trash out there because like it could be their stuff from lunch or their stuff at the end of the day. So we were just thinking if we could get some recycling bins out there, it would be good too.
And I want
And
to
also not just recycling bins, but yes, it may be outdoors. And not just recycling bins, but yes, it may be outdoors, but we do need to put composting bins out there because there are things that animals may not be able to eat, like I'm trying to think. Like there are the recyclable like packagings for school lunches that animals cannot eat but can naturally decompose that would not look great on our school if it's just left out there. So that's another thing we gotta put out there.
We also have been doing some things that with movies. We haven't done much of these, but we've done one. It's called Kiss the Ground, and basically the whole school came, well, the whole middle school came, and we watched this the movie, and it was very nice, and it educated them more on basically what this environment.
All right. Tobin, I think you're a little frozen there. Wanted to just say to Tobin, thank you so much. Thank you so much for and thank you so much, Anders and Tobin. You guys are doing incredible work, and we're very proud of you. And as we move forward now, I want to just bring up. Oops, sorry. I want to reshare my screen a little bit again because we had a little glitch there. But I wanted to just thank you so much if you didn't hear me again, and just doing some great work with the Green Club. As we move forward now, I want to just talk a little bit about and introduce another incredible student named Alexandra Seifert, because as we go forward with the Bronxville Promise, we have been working with students on their critical thinking skills. And in particular, what we've been working on, which is with students, is to be persuasive in terms of their essay writing. Alexandra Seifert wrote an incredible essay that caught the eye of the principal. And I wanted to just invite her to share that essay with us if she would not. And she is a fine representative of our entire student body. And we're just so impressed with the 7th grade in particular in these essays that we thought not only would we feature one of them tonight at our meeting, but tomorrow night at the school board meeting, Alexandra and a colleague of hers will get up and speak a little bit more. So Alexandra, it's all yours.
Hi, yeah, I'm Alexandra, and my English teacher, Miss Marin, wanted me to read my argumentative essay. So it's about how I think school should be shorter. Kids go to school for 7 hours a day, 35 hours a week, 210 hours a month, and over 1,000 hours a year. The amount of time kids spend in school is absurd. Therefore, schools should have shorter school days. The current school system is harming children from grades K to 12 with far too many hours in the school building. Being in the classroom working for too long harms your mental health as well as your physical well-being. Kids work over for 1,000 hours a year, which is far too many considering there are little beneficial qualities for working overtime every day. Kids should have shorter school hours so they have less stress inside a classroom, more time to complete their assignments, more time outside to learn new hobbies, and a 4-day schedule would help teachers create more engaging lessons and experiences, which in turn helps students learn more. For one, studies show that kids spend an unhealthy amount of time inside a building. This negatively impacts kids because without proper physical activity, children grow stressed. Plus, kids' attention spans get short-circuited without breaks that most teachers don't provide. So, kids should have shorter school hours to finish assignments and get out more. An article used to support this theory is Kids' Learning Time Can Vary by Hundreds of Hours in the U.S. by Aaliyah Wong. The text says, the study by Brown University's Matthew Kraft and Stanford University's Sarah Novakoff found that the typical K-12 public school in the United States is in session for 6.87 hours a day and 178.7 days a school year, for a total of 1,227 hours a year. Adults in everyday life constantly remind children to be active and go outside, but clearly they aren't considering the close to 7 hours kids spend in school. Furthermore, an additional article that helps prove this point is Shorter School Days, Benefits of Less Class Time by Michael Johnson. This article says, for students, it is a constant battle in maintaining attention for all of the class period. Some of these periods extend beyond an hour. On the teacher side of things, there's more pressure to plan a lesson that utilizes all the class time. An hour or more is a lot of time to do instruction. Many teachers will split up the time between lesson time and work time. This split attention approach wears down students' mental focus, making it harder for them to pay attention and complete quality work. This proves that straining kids' mental stability is not the way to go about teaching them, and kids deserve more time outside the classroom for themselves. Secondly, further reasoning that school hours should be shortened is so kids receive more time outside. Shortening school hours would give kids way more time to branch out and discover things that they like to do that schools can't show them. The same article used above, Shorter School Days, Benefits of Less Class Time by Michael Johnson, provides yet another reason why school days need to be shortened. The text says, many students have a packed schedule, loaded with advanced courses, extracurriculars, and even a job. This can leave students with little time to decompress. Furthermore, burnout becomes a real concern for students who are front-loaded with homework. School is just too much for kids, especially with all the pressure kids receive about college. The amount of work and homework high schoolers have is absurd. Kids stay up into the next day studying for exams, or finishing homework, or doing last-minute essays. You name it, and the kid will stay up till 3 a.m. and still be expected to function properly the next day. Encouraging children to expand their horizons is a better way of teaching them. Another article that supports this is Why Should School Days Be Shorter? Found on the website Junie Learning. This article believes that kids should have more time outside of school. It says school subjects are essential. Still, discovering new hobbies has numerous benefits for the kids. Everything from sports and music to learning coding allows children to get new skills, meet friends, and enrich their personalities. This only adds to the point that kids need more time to live their lives and discover what they want to do with it. People who believe this is untrue and more time in school is more beneficial should know that there are little benefits from extending hours. This article, Why Should School Days Be Shorter?, found on the website Junie Learning, provides great insight as to why this isn't true for all schools. The text says, while studies have found that longer instruction time can improve achievement, the correlation is not exact and depends on other factors, such as classroom environment, quality of instruction, and student ability. In short, it's likely that longer school days won't be an effective way to raise achievement without other factors already being in place. Therefore, the effects of longer school days entirely depend on the quality of the work and the school. While what you do outside of school does not correlate with what you do in school, so that proves that children should have far more time outside of school. Thirdly, schools should have shorter school days so teachers can plan more engaging lessons. An article that reinforces this claim is Could 4-Day Weeks Lead to More Progress for Students by Jackie Bally. This article talks mainly about how some schools are considering switching to 4-day schedules. This would reduce school hours as well, obviously, but because it is such a drastic change, this article gives great evidence as to why it would work better. This article says, the operating theory is this. If teachers have more time to create high-quality, engaging lessons, students will excel academically as a result. Critics may claim that teachers will need to pack more into the school day if days are shortened, but really, creating a more engaging lesson will help kids focus more and get more work done. This article has proved that the overload of schoolwork is weakening kids' mental stability. Schools need to shorten school days to give kids more time to get things done instead of attempting to pack it into one day. That stresses kids out and gets less work done than necessary. Therefore, that extra day or extra hour will give kids more breathing room and teachers more time to complete their lessons. The text goes on to say, as more districts rethink schedules, Aaron Pallas, a professor of sociology and education at Teachers College, Columbia University, says the 4-day model may prevent parents from pulling their children out of class for medical appointments or personal reasons, leading to fewer education disruptions. Switching to a 4-day schedule reduces stress on teachers and students alike and gives kids more time to complete assignments as well as enjoy life and learn new hobbies. All in all, kids should have shorter school hours so they have less stress inside a classroom, more time to complete their assignments, more time outside to learn new hobbies, and a 4-day schedule would help teachers create more engaging lessons and experiences, helping students learn more. It is important to change things now because coding students in too much work can put a dent in their mental and physical well-being. Although some people may believe school days should stay the same or even be longer, schools should have shorter hours so the next generation of kids can live stress-free and learn more.
Alexandra, thank you so much. And the process that you went through and that you and your classmates were taught was clearly evident. And growing up as a student, I heard this argument from my peers. I've heard it many times throughout my career, but I never heard it made so eloquently and intelligently as it was made by you as a 7th grade student. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Now, I'm going to bother Alexandra to stay with me here for another minute because she was involved in our middle school play called Bedtime Stories. And I just want to ask her for a few moments just to give us her impression of that experience and what it was like for her.
Yeah, of course. So the play was an absolute joy to do. I loved working with all my peers because it was such a wonderful show. And what's truly great about doing a play, because it's not a mandatory activity, is everyone pulls their weight. And like, I'm sure for the majority, everyone has heard the phrase, sometimes the journey is better than the destination. But I think from start to finish, our outcome was spectacular. It was a delight to work with the cast and crew, and I certainly recommend it to anyone who wants to try something new or experience theater. In addition, if you saw the play and want to see another show, or you missed out on watching the play, the middle school production of Shrek is coming up, so that will be spectacular. And in my experience with the Bronxville Theater Department, it's extraordinary. So if you come, I hope you enjoy the show.
Alexandra, thank you. Tobin, Anders, Alexandra, we could not have been more blessed, I'll use the word, to have you here with us tonight. Thank you so much for being such great ambassadors for our school. And you guys can go and have a great evening now. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I wanted to pay tribute also to other students, and I always like to feature the students whenever we have these meetings, especially as we get on in the year. Our student government came up with a wonderful contest called the Kindness Jar Contest. And this is where students are actually tracking kind acts that were done to them by other students. And they are sharing those so we can actually have data of the kindness that exists in our building. And it's actually really catching on to where it's become a real contest and kids are trying to out-kind each other, to use their phrase. And it's been wonderful to watch. So right now, the 7th grade actually came from 3rd to 1st. We still have another week when we get back for the first round of this contest. And just really proud of the kids. And this all came from our student government. So thank you to them. There's just other examples. They're in the main office. This came up the other night at our high school council meeting, and it's just something worth saying, and feel free, anyone, to join in on this. But there is something out there called Zinn right now, and it's something that really we need to be a little more aware of. You know, the middle school takes great pride this year in particular. We did a lot of work with internet and cyber safety. Zinn is something out there. It's a tobacco-based product. It's something that's oral, and it's something that unfortunately is really being seen in the high school age students. But it's worth mentioning at middle school level because, as you know, many of our kids, they interact on club sports or on outside sports or travel sports or even our own JV and varsity sports. We always want them to be careful. We want to give parents information about this. So there's a link there that I was provided by Miss Meyer from the high school. I'm going to put it in the chat. And it really does give parents a lot of information about Zinn and just to be aware of this and many other dangers that are out there to the students. We're going to be meeting a lot with the kids when we come back from the break about, you know, end of year and finishing the year strong. Our 8th graders in particular will be asked, what will your middle school legacy look like as they begin to take a look at the Bronxville Promise and do their reflections as a grade? We challenge them to say, what do you think your legacy will be like as you finish your middle school journey? We want everybody to know that this is a tough but very important time of year. We're getting to the very end, and it's there's only, when we come back, about 10 and a half weeks before we begin final exams. So we'll be speaking to the kids about good study habits, studying for finals, and things of that nature to try to de-stress the experience, but also at the same time make sure that they are ready and successful in this endeavor. We mentioned this to kids because their Regents exams are coming. If you're taking algebra, final exams are coming. We've already begun the high school transition process with our 8th graders, and end of the year activities are coming for all. And those are a lot of fun, and we're looking forward to them. And I didn't even mention in the slide, state testing is coming as well. We want kids to know, and we want parents to know what we believe so that they will, of course, reinforce this at home, that all of our students are capable of great things, that there's no limit on their potential. These are slides that go straight to the students. There is nothing in this world they can't accomplish if they focus and work hard, push themselves, never be afraid to fail. Failure is sometimes when we learn the most. Reflect and be consistent in work and demonstrating kindness to others. We talk about that culture of kindness at Bronxville Middle School, and we really try to reinvigorate this and really get it burning it to a big, beautiful flame, because we tell students, and we live this, small acts, when multiplied by millions of people, can truly transform the world. We speak to the students about endurance and finishing strong. We talk to students about just little skills that they can do each and every day to make others feel good about themselves and to make them good to other students. We do a lot of this in our advisory as we close out the year. And we tell the students that they're, again, capable of great things. Kindness is a superpower. And we want parents to know that there are important dates to keep in mind. Spring break, which is March 25th to March 29th. April 1st, if approved, no school. And parents, April 12th, which is only the second Friday we come back. is the end of the third marking period. And then, Wendy, we are in the middle. We are beginning the fourth marking period of the school year. So, they say time flies when you're having fun. It's been a really fun year, but we have a lot to be grateful for, a lot to celebrate, and we still have a lot of work ahead of us. But we're very excited about the way things are going.
Well, thank you so much. And again, thank you to Anders, Tobin, and Alexandra. That was really fantastic. And it's great to hear about all of the work that they are doing. And so yes, I mean, there's a lot going on this spring. We're going to have just a couple quick committee updates, but just so everyone is aware, please make sure that you're reading the Friday updates from Joe. And at the bottom, he always lists out important dates and reminders. So please keep on top of that, because you will be getting many different reminders throughout the spring about different activities and that are PTA related as well as school related. So keep your eye on that. I think we'll first start out with things coming up. Is Laura Busker, can you give us a really quick sort of heads up on some 8th grade things that are coming up relatively quickly?
Hi. First thing, the baby pictures are due April 3rd. So everyone upload your baby pictures. And the second thing is there will be a graduation party following graduation on June 18th for the kids, dinner and DJ. And then the third thing is we have Great Adventure coming up for the kids to end the year, and that will be June 20th.
So great. Thank you. And the signups for the graduation party will come through the PTA, and the signups for the Great Adventure trip will come through the school, and those will go out later in the spring. And you'll get many reminders for both of those. And we also, the 8th grade has the Boston trip coming up the second week of April, which is very exciting also. Lots of trips coming up in the spring for everybody. So thank you so much, Laura. That's great. We really appreciate it. There's lots more going on with all the other grades, but we're not going to do individual updates for those. But just keep your eye out for emails from your grade chairs if there's anything related to your grade. I do quickly want to say thank you to the Teen Center chairs for putting together a really successful March Madness Teen Center for the 6th grade and the 7th grade. And thank you to Mr. Mercora and the teachers for chaperoning that, and all the other parents who volunteered. So we really appreciate that because those are really important special nights for the kids to be able to socialize outside of school as a whole grade. So thank you. Next, we have a quick update from Annabella Davis for Be Well.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see everyone here. I just want to give you all a heads up that on Tuesday, April 9th, Be Well is having their final event of the year, which is Dr. Eliza Pressman is coming to have a conversation. She is a well-known parenting expert who co-founded the Parenting Center in Mount Sinai Hospital, and who also has a very well-known podcast called Raising Good Humans. And she wrote a new book called The 5 R's of Parenting. And so she's coming here to talk to us about her book. This event is geared for elementary school parents, but we are also inviting middle school parents to join us if they'd like to discuss with her. She's well known amongst different members of the community because her advice has been very great for a lot of them throughout the years. And we'd love it if you could join us again, April 9th at 7 p.m. Thank you.
Thanks, Annabella. We really appreciate it, and we're really looking forward to that. And I don't know that if Annabella just mentioned, I think the first people that sign up get books. So that's very exciting also. It's always nice to get a giveaway.
Yes, thanks for the reminder, Wendy. Yes, we have books. So for those who sign up and attend, happy to give you all books of Dr. Eliza. Thank you.
Thank you. Great. Wonderful. Okay, great. And then next we have a quick update. Michelle Horvers, do you want to give a quick update on arts, because there's a lot that goes on in the spring for the arts.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward to it.
Good evening, everyone. Yes, Wendy. Spring is very busy and arts is certainly no exception. So since our last meeting, we had another successful Spring into the Arts celebration. We kicked that off on March 4th. We had a really great opening reception, a high school open mic night. Both were very well attended by students, parents, art teachers. Thank you, Mr. McCora, for attending and supporting it. Ms. Meyer was there, Dr. Kelly, Mayor Marvin. It's really a wonderful night. Hopefully with the beautiful weather that we had last week, many of you were able to enjoy the artwork and take a stroll through town and then participate in the scavenger hunt and really admire the many talents of our student artists. So looking ahead, another big event for the Arts Council is our annual Arts Festival that's coming up on May 20th and 21st. So on that Monday on the Great Lawn, there will be a interactive student art installation. There will be student performances, including the high school jazz band. There will be an open mic night hosted by the Art Society Club. There will be an arts merch sale. There'll be food trucks. On that Tuesday, May 21st, will be the K-12 art show, which will be taking place inside the school. So I hope you and your families will join us for all these wonderful festivities. I know that Alexandra already talked about the middle school play this past weekend, but congratulations to all the performers. Thank you, Mr. McCora, for your support in bringing this opportunity back to the middle school students. As Alexandra mentioned, the middle school musical is Shrek. Auditions were this past Monday and today. If your child is interested in auditioning but missed signing up, please have them reach out to Ms. Simpson as soon as possible. Crew will have their first meeting in April, and the show is on Friday, May 17th and Saturday, May 18th at 7 p.m. A quick orchestra update from Mr. Dell. He would like to let parents know that the 6th and 7th grade orchestra students will perform at the 8th grade Moving Up ceremony on June 18th, and he will be looking for volunteers to help out at that ceremony. The NYSSMA music festivals are also coming up. NYSSMA stands for the New York State School Music Association. They provide students an opportunity to perform solos in front of a highly qualified evaluator. The dates for this year are May 3rd, May 4th, and piano is May 31st and June 1st. So please contact your child's music teacher if you have any questions. April is our solo recital season. All the recitals are combined, middle school and high school. Orchestra kicks us off on April 10th. Vocal is April 29th. Band is April 30th, and they all have a start time of 7 p.m. And then at the last week of May, we have our middle school concerts. Band is Tuesday, May 28th, followed by chorus on the 29th, and orchestra is May 30th. So a busy, busy spring. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you so much. And thank you for all of your work on the Arts Council. That's really amazing. You all do so many wonderful things. So thank you very much. Next for Bold, I'm just going to give a quick update that many of you have probably already seen Dr. Hallowell when he's been come over the last 2 years over Zoom. He will be coming back on April 18th, I believe, via Zoom. And so that's something that's a really wonderful opportunity for everybody to learn about attention. And so that's a really wonderful evening. So put that in your calendar. I also want to mention that tonight, the Basque registration goes live at 8 p.m. So for those of you who are trying to do that, set your timers. You have 24 minutes. I remember in the elementary school where you'd have to set your timer for the exact minutes you could get the section that you wanted. And then we also have the middle school spring social is going to be on May 10th. So more information will come out about that, but just so that that's a save the date in your calendars as well. As you saw on the upcoming spring dates, there's lots going on between trips and different events. But also know that there's lots of other opportunities for your kids to be doing community service. So watch out for those character and community emails. We will also have some opportunities around Memorial Day. So when those things become more solidified, you will get an update about that as well, or we will discuss it at our April meeting. I believe that is all of the updates that I have. Is there any other committee member who wanted to give an update that I did not mention? Okay, great. Joe, do you have anything else this evening?
That's it, Wendy. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a good evening. I really appreciate you taking the time this evening. And for those who are watching it over recording, thanks for watching. Take care. Thank you very much. Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Wendy. Have a great night, guys.